Hey guys, so today's video is really special. It's not the fail fix hair dye video that I promised, obviously, but that is coming. This video was just kind of an unexpected, pleasant surprise. The first big thing is that I should start by saying this past weekend has been really big in the doll world, as well as for me personally. Saturday I noticed that I had hit, I think it was Saturday or maybe Friday, I noticed that I'd hit 500 subscribers, and I'm super excited about that. I know for most YouTubers that's not a big deal, but I never really thought that I would have any subscribers, so I think it's a big deal. I'm really excited about it, and I just want to thank everybody who subscribes to me, because I know that there are tons of other doll channels you could be watching, and yet you made me one of them, so I'm really grateful. And speaking of other doll channels, this weekend also brought in some really big, kind of disturbing news from the doll community. One of the most popular of all time doll YouTubers slash Instagrammers had a lot of accusations come out about them. I'm not really going to get into that because there's a ton of information that I think would be much clearer that you could go and access on Instagram and stuff from the people originally making the accusations, and letting them tell their story. But I just want to say, the one thing that really kind of hit me when I was reading all of this was that people were talking about how they were afraid to come out against somebody who was popular. And I've seen a lot of that. I saw a lot of it in the Pulip and BJD communities, the photography community. It's pretty widespread that if somebody's popular, people are afraid to speak out against them because they have such a huge fan base, and the fans tend to be like, well, that can't be true because we like this person, so they can't be a bad person. And they go and attack, the person who's I guess coming out with their story. And so these people who are trying to come out and tell you hey, this is a bad person, are putting themselves at risk. They're putting themselves at risk to be bullied, doxxed, all kinds of stuff. And I just want to say that they're incredibly brave to still know that that's a possibility and still come out and tell their story. So I think at the very least that people should stop and listen. Obviously, that's all I'm really going to say on the subject. I don't know anything from the accused's side of the story, other than that they haven't been handling it well. That's really all I've kind of seen. I don't follow them on YouTube, and I don't follow them on Instagram. I don't follow any of their big time friends either that are standing up for them. And not because of this, but just because they're really fancy, and they're not really my vibe, especially this particular person, because they have a lot of big clickbait photos and titles for their videos, and then it's just a bunch of rehashed speculation. It's not even genuine info, most of their videos. So I've seen a few of them. It's not really my vibe. I tend to really like the more low-key doll YouTubers, the people who feel they could actually be your friend in real life, that are very normal, very sweet, very down to earth. Probably my favorite, and I'll link them down below, is Beauty in a Box. I think that person seems very realistic, I guess. They seem I don't know, there's somebody you could see yourself wanting to be friends with in real life. So that's a thing. I tend to watch more chill people, and yeah, so that's kind of my vibe, and that's kind of what I like to see in other YouTubers. So I just want to get that out there. Please never be afraid to speak up against popular people, but it's understandable if you are, and I hope that people take the time to listen. I really do. I think that that's important. If you choose not to believe them, nobody can make you, but you should at least still listen, because they're putting everything on the line to tell you something that they feel is important. Anyway, and we're gonna let that go, because again, I don't follow any of these people enough to really know enough about the situation to keep speaking out on it. But the other big thing for this doll weekend, let's get on to them happy stuffs. Rainbow High released, kind of out of the blue. I guess, we only really kind of found out they were coming, or more, I guess, about them. The leaks had just started coming out recently, but Rainbow High released a set of twins. And we are going to debox them today. I don't normally do unboxing videos, So this was actually special because I had 500 subscribers, so that's why I decided to just kind of make like this random video like in the middle of everything. I actually had seen where people were finding them at Target. They had really just kind of randomly appeared in California. Most of us thought we weren't going to see them for a really long time. I live on the East Coast, so like a lot of times we do get stuff a lot later than like West Coast folks and whatever. So I wasn't expecting to find them at all anytime soon, and then I saw where people were finding them kind of all over, like people in Ohio, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, all kinds of places. And basically what they had said was they went into Target and nothing was on the shelf. Like these dolls weren't on the shelf yet. They approached like a Target associate who was in the toy area, and they specifically asked for them to check the DCPI, which is a little like, I guess, number code that stores use to locate things. And the DCPI for the twins is going to be 086, I think, 145751. I'll put it in the description below, like once I double check, but I'm pretty sure that's the number. So they went in, they asked for the DCPI. The Target employees said, you know, yes, we have that, it's in the back, and went and got it for them. So since that seemed to be what everybody was able to do, I went to my own Target, found an associate that was nearby the toy area, did the same thing, gave them the DCPI, they found it, they said they had it in the back, they had 4 of them. He offered to go get me 1 or more. I only actually picked up 1 right now. I don't know if I'm gonna pick up a second one. We'll get into that later. But I did pick up the 1. Originally, I'd asked my husband when I first saw that they were coming out if he minded if I went today to look for them. And then yesterday, we just happened to be out visiting his parents, and Target's like not that far from their house. So he's like, you know, would you like to go look for it today since we're already out? And he took me and bought them for me as a gift. So yay, thank you, Bear. He's always very, very sweet to me, and he really supports like my love of dolls. So that's kind of wonderful. But yeah, so he picked them up for me, and so here I am doing an unboxing video for you guys. Like I said, I don't normally do unboxing videos, so if I do it terribly wrong, please forgive me. But we're gonna see what we can do. So first of all, I just want to say the box is different than what we would normally see. I'm gonna show you guys that right quick. Okay, so first of all, you guys can probably see I'm wearing my really cool Nook ink shirt. I really love Animal Crossing, and actually right before I started filming this, I was playing it. So I will drop my dream address down below though, in case you guys want to check out my island if you happen to play. So that's a thing too. But yeah, so this box is really cool. It's got like the same rainbow kind of thing going on that we see in the normal boxes. It has their names, so the red one is Laurel and the blue one is Holly, and they have the little Gemini sign because they're twins. But their last name is a play on the word devious, so we really kind of know that they're probably going to be like an antagonist for the other girls, and it makes you wonder if this isn't who told everybody that Bella broke the rules. So there's a lot of speculation on what these girls are going to get up to, if they're going to be very like almost like the Weircat twins. I think someone had mentioned that maybe Jet was going to be Toralei-ish and the Devious twins were going to be more like the Weircat twins of Monster High. But who knows? What we do know right now is that these girls are probably trouble just by their name. So the back of the box has really gorgeous artwork of them. I think I'm actually going to try to save it. I don't normally save box artwork because I don't have the room for it, but in this case I might. So it says at the bottom of the box, whenever something happens, major gossip leaks, or someone gets cut, these devious twins are behind it. And that, I think, really implies that they are behind what happened to Bella. One is fiery, one is cold as ice, and they always double the drama. So I think that's interesting. I get that like it's Rainbow High, but the fact that like even on the box it shows like their accessories, one has R's on them and one has H, but their names are Laurel and Holly. I almost feel like if Laurel had an R name, it would work better. So the difference I think about this box is that the top is set to where it's got a lip on it. It actually just opens from the top. And I think that I don't know about you guys, but the struggle to open the other boxes, like, is really, especially if you have arthritis, you're just like stabbing at it with scissors and praying for the best. But it also is supposed to look like a steamer trunk, and it's got these little plastic caps on the top and the corners. So it's actually a very nice quality box, probably something that I might keep and toss up in the attic in case I need it later. So give me a second, and I'm going to cut this open and get them out so that it's not just a bunch of me rustling around. Okay guys, so it took me a minute, but I figured out how to open it. So it's got two of the round tape boys you just kind of slice through, one on either side. And then at the top, it's got these plastic tabs that go through these little holes, and they're taped to the top of the box. So you slice those tapes, the two on the side, you pull the plastic tabs out of the top, and it opens right up. So this is actually way easier than the earlier boxes. I would love to see this be like the new set precedent for how Rainbow High dolls are boxed, because honestly struggling to unbox them is enough to make me cry. So let's see if we can just pull them out. Maybe I'm just gonna fight with it a minute. Like maybe I'm just getting caught on something. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I kind of had to bend these little plastic guys out of the way, but it did open. And like I said, the box it's got a little bit of weight to it. Now they do say special edition, which is the same as what Kaya Hart has had on her box. So I don't know, like, I mean, they're not really limited edition. It's not like there's only going to be a few of them, whatever. It just means that they're special compared to the other dolls. So I will say really quickly, this section of little boxes is fake. Obviously, it's just cardboard. It's part of the box. Their stands are behind there. Now, I have seen where these girls have a new type of stand. There we go. They have like a new waist holder. Okay, so the bottom part seems about the same as usual. Oh wait, I think it goes this way. We'll put one together right quick. They do still come with their combs. Right, so I honestly liked the older stands. I know a lot of people wanted something that held the dolls on a little better, and that wasn't so bulky. And I think this is kind of what this is. It's a very similar clip to what you see on the LOL OMG dolls, or kind of similar to what Monster High stands and Ever After High stands had. And it kind of clips around the waist. I kind of liked the one that just kind of came out under the arms because it didn't wrinkle their clothes, but I know not everybody was a fan of that. Alright guys, so we have them here. And I will say that without a shadow of a doubt, it is definitely a new eye shape. I will try to do a better comparison here in a few minutes. Alright, so what we can see in the box, their outfits match, other than just being like opposite colors. They come wearing a pair of strappy shoes that have like little logos on them. They come with another pair of shoes, a pair of earrings, and a purse. So I'm willing to bet that their whole thing is like accessories, like maybe what they major in or what they study or design or whatever. All right, give me just a second. I'm gonna clip these out of the box and then I will show you everything they come with. Okay guys, so here's the packaging with everything removed. Like I said, the little steamer boxes, they're all just cardboard, all one part of the box. So I would like to say really quickly that the only notable thing I found that was different in unboxing them, like it was really your basic standard Rainbow High unboxing. They had like little plastic ties clipped around their arms, their ankles, their waist, you know, whatever. You clip through those. They're a little close on some of them to their clothing and their hair, so just be really careful when you're snipping that you don't accidentally cut their clothes or hair. The other thing I noticed is when taking out their accessory boxes, it was all pretty simple, but okay, so this box had a piece of plastic over it that you kind of had to cut through the top of, and then this one I just cut through the plastic on the sides. But the purse actually has one of those, you know, the little awful guys that hold their head into the box? It had one of those in it, so you kind of have to pull it up, and it does leave a tiny hole in the bottom of the purse, or like you might be able to pull it up enough to clip it, but I didn't have enough room between mine without damaging the purses or risking damaging the purses. And I have some pretty sharp, pointy little scissor guys, but it was still really close. Like, so I didn't damage anything, thank goodness, but I do just want to say, when unboxing them, maybe go slow and be careful, because they're really cutting it close, like all puns intended. Anyway, on to the dolls. So I don't even know which one to start with, you guys. I love them both, but we'll go ahead and start with their accessories right quick, get those out of the way. So like I said, Laurel is the red one, Holly is the blue one, which is weird because Holly berries are red, and I guess that's what I think of. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to like keep them straight in my brain, because I don't really love their names. I don't like dislike their names. I think Laurel and Holly are very pretty names. I know a lot of people have said it sounds very close to Laurel and Hardy, which are two like black and white television or movie comedians from back in like the 30s, I guess. And you guys are way too young for the reference, I promise. But yeah, so I think a lot of people think it sounds like that, but I do think the names are strange for them. They do feel like really kind of left field. They don't really go with their colors, like how Skylar goes with blue and Jade goes with green and Violet is purple. These guys' names don't really fit their colors, so like that's a thing. Okay, so, and I guess Holly at least has like the H themed stuff. Laurel has the R themed stuff. I guess just remember Holly has H-themed stuff, therefore Holly is blue. But anyway, so here are their little purses. They're very shiny. They're actual like fabric. They have little Velcro under them. You could actually put stuff in them. There is something in them. It's just cardboard. All that excitement for nothing. It's just a cardboard shaper. But so yeah, that is a thing. Like they do open. You could put like a little notebook or pen or something like that in there. Cell phone, whatever. So that's pretty cute. They have little plastic handles, and like I said, just the fact that they made fabric purses is really kind of a very nice upgrade. I hate like plastic Barbie purses. You can't use them for anything. Like they're just cheap and kind of awful. Like I don't even know why they bother including them, but whatever. I guess like little kids love them, and I think that sometimes as collectors we do forget that most dolls are made with children in mind. Oh, this one has them too. So the earrings are again attached by these evil little, whatever they are, bob guys. But maybe I can't pull them up enough. Maybe? We'll try. See if I can pull them up enough from the bottom. Okay, so the good news is you only have to manage to clip one side because it's all one long stabby guy. So I don't know how you can see them, but the second pair of earrings, these are red, and they're basically just like Jade and Sunny's earrings. They're just kind of that weird diamond shape, but in red. So, but you know what? You can't even use them on Ruby because Ruby doesn't come with pierced ears, which I might resolve that soon and actually just pierce her ears, because I've had so many cute pairs of earrings I wanted to put on Ruby and then couldn't. So, which by the way, piercing their ears does risk damaging the doll. You're heating up hot metal to put a hole in their head. So I would happily make a video for you guys. If you need it, let me know. But it is risky and I would advise you to be careful. Alright, and then for Holly, I keep having to look at the box for their names. Hers are the same thing but purple. And honestly, I think they're more of an indigo almost. Yeah, I think they're more indigo-ish. Okay, I say that, but I don't mean it, because I've seen what color indigo is. Crystal isn't really indigo because she's very purpley, but I feel like, I guess she's as close as indigo would get. These earrings would definitely look good on Crystal. They wouldn't so much, I mean, they might look good on Violet, depending on what you ever dressed in. Alright, so the shoes that come in the box are very, oh my gosh, you guys, it's more of these things. Why do they I mean, I guess I get it, but it's annoying that they hook everything down with those evil little guys. And they're so hard to pull up that it's hard to snip them from the bottom of the box. But they're so close to the shoe that it's hard to clip them from the top of the box either. Alright, so I do really love that they came with more acrylic cases. I don't really need them, but they are cute. And I will say, like, it's cool how one came in gold, one came in silver. Unless you like all your stuff to match, then it's probably not cool. But I think it's kind of neat that each one has kind of their own vibe. I would really love to see metallic colors. I don't know how they do them, but they actually have an LOL OMG doll coming out that has some like really cool metallic holographic looking hair. So it'd be cool if they just kind of gave us a line of metallic Rainbow High dolls. Oh my god, that amount of effort to get shoes out of a box. It doesn't require me that much effort to get human shoes out of a box. Alright, so first off, for Holly's, the bottom of her heels have the green to purple gradient thing going on. They have these little square, I don't know if you guys can see them very well, like RH logos on the back of them for Rainbow High. Well, hers are black with a silver cap toe. And they're very cute. Like, I like that they have opposite stuff. I think it's neat. I do think twins, like a black and white themed kind of twin thing, would be really cute. But I think these girls are way cuter than the pictures you see of them online. Like, well, the leaked pictures. I think that by the leaked pictures, I really wasn't even sure if I wanted them. And if I did get them, I only wanted one set. Alright, so the other shoes are white with the like orange to pink gradient on them. They've got those same little RH squares on the heels, and they've got little gold cap toes. Sorry, I swapped those around. Yeah, so now that I've actually seen them in person, I don't know if I would dye them, because I know that a lot of people have already asked, like, am I going to get some to dye? I don't think it would be any different than a Maya in terms of Series 2 Amaya with the rainbow colored hair. I think it would dye over probably quite well. I'm just not really sure if I want to keep dropping $50 every time I want one of them to dye, but we'll see. Like, I'll probably at least get one more set to dye just to show you guys the options for them. I want to say, as I'm about to show you guys these, this is straight out of box. There is no gel. Their hair is luscious and soft and like wonderfully soft. Like, you just kind of want to cuddle it. It's so really nice. I feel like MGA finally listened to us and quit putting crusty, crappy, nasty gel in doll hair. I pray that this is something they continue to do moving forward. Like, think of how much money they'll save if they just leave the gel out of the equation. We don't need it. Their hair stayed curled in the box without the nasty gel. Surprise! Anyway, so I guess I'm going to start with, oh my goodness, I don't even know. Like, I'm going to tell you guys now, I really thought that Laurel was going to be my favorite, but looking at the makeup, Holly might win it for me. Alright, so I know in some of the pictures, it looked like their lips were going to be more of a gradient, similar to like Sheer Ruby's lips, but they're really not in person. And I'm going to show you guys them this way, but I'm also going to do some clips where I show like up close of their makeup so you guys can see it. Okay, so she has brown eyes, and one of the things that you'll notice more when I show you up close is that her eyes aren't just brown. They have this beautiful kind of pink into like golden yellow gradient, similar to what her makeup has. It also has that same gradient. Now, her hair doesn't necessarily fall like in the pictures we saw, like the leaked pictures, where it's like, you know, pink, orange, yellow, or whatever. It is kind of a blend, and it mixes in. So it's stacked yellow, then orange, then red, but the curls themselves are all kind of blended together. So that's really cute. But like, that is a thing, because I know that people were expecting different. Now, their bangs, on the other hand, are all the colors just kind of actually blended together. And her outfit is, I don't know, it's really cute. Like, the shoulders actually look like bows, and they have kind of like a weird, like, stiff tool in them, I think, to hold the shape outward. so it doesn't collapse in on itself. So on this side, like the words rainbow are in kind of a pink color, and it goes over to gold and then over to, I don't know, it really doesn't get orange, but it does start kind of pink, and it's kind of orange down here. But it is a gradient. Her nails are actually kind of rainbow colored. They're pink, orange, yellow, like pink. So they kind of go in like a little pattern. And then her shoes that she's wearing have that same kind of gradient thing going on underneath them. You guys, she's so much more gorgeous in person. I mean, she's got the R earrings, and I wish they'd just been RH instead of RR and HH, especially since she doesn't have an R name, and I kind of wish she did. The choker, the ribbon choker, like, I'm afraid to ever take it off. I think I'm gonna actually leave this set in this outfit. I'm probably not going to redress them. I might buy another set to like dye and redress, but I don't think I'm gonna do that with these. Now, she does come with the like posable neck that we've all been seeing come out on some of the Amayas. There were a handful of the Series 2 Amayas that came out with this neck. It's really something new that we've been seeing. She does come with it, so you can do more head poses with photographing her. She comes with, actually, I have to ask because, like, I don't know, I don't think it matters, but it kind of matters. Her underclothes are bright pink, so they're not gradient. Like, I was wondering if they were going to be gradient as well, but they're not. They're just pink. But yeah, and they come with a little bit of glitter in the corner of their eyes to mimic the highlighter. I think that's really nice. They have like a little bit of glitter up top too that you'll be able to see upon the close-ups. I actually really like that. I think that it's the right amount of glitter. We have seen dolls who've come with glitter, and I'm really worried about the winter line for this reason. We've seen dolls that come with glitter and it's like chunky, caked on. LOL, OMG dolls, I'm looking at you. Fail fix, you guys too. It's just so thick and unnecessary. Like, nobody needs that much glitter, especially on the lips. And that's why I'm worried about the winter series for Rainbow High, is they do, like in the pictures, have those crusty glitter lips. And it doesn't even look attractive. Like, it looks painful. I don't know. Anyway, so on to Holly. So Holly is, like I said, they've got the new eye shape. I will try to also show two of them together in a few minutes. But her makeup is a gorgeous gradient of pink to purple to blue. Underneath her eye is green to yellow. So she actually has more colors. She has hers and her sister's, whereas her sister just has the warm colors. She's got the double H earrings and the double H ribbon choker. Like, even though I don't love that part, the ribbon choker is, I'm vibing with it. It's good stuff. So again, they've got the bow and they've got the little stiff tool in there to hold the shape. Her dress, of course, has the green to purple gradient. Her shoes featuring that same gradient, and her hair is underneath green, and then it goes up to kind of like an emerald or a teal color, and then to kind of a purple and blue mix, whereas the bangs again are more blended. Alright, you guys, I am going to pop my phone off the stand right quick and just do some really up close pictures, or well, video of their makeup. And so again, I will start with Laurel De'vious. Like I said, with the last name like De'vious, like, we know they're going to be trouble. Also, I have noticed, if you look, we did get a knee adjustment too. Like, they're able to bend their knees up much closer to their body than the other dolls. So MGA is hearing us, and they are doing something about it. And yes, sometimes it takes time because a lot of these things have been planned and produced well before we ever even see leaks of it. It's not something they're producing right then and there. It's not something, you know, whatever. So it is one of those things where they are hearing us and they are doing something about it slowly but surely. In that case, I would like to say, please give us more boys. Please give us the background characters that we love so much. I don't even care that they're recolors. Give us Aiden and Ainsley. Can you just give us Aiden and Ainsley? And that Emerald McNabb boy, because he's really cute. Obviously, more dark-skinned dolls. We ask for more representation. They gave us this beautiful almond, almost Asian eye shape. That's really just terrific to see dolls with a little bit of something different. And I love the Rainbow High faceplate to begin with, but I think that just having these little subtle changes is a really nice gift to your fans, your, you know, collectors, etc. Like, even I'm sure children probably appreciate it too. Like, it's really, really nice to see that they are hearing us. All right, let's do some close-up. Okay, so I did kind of flop her hair back just so that, like, it wasn't in her face and you could see everything. But just so you can see how vibrant and beautiful the colors are. And then, like I said, if you look in her eyes, there's a light amount of glitter, but there's this really beautiful gradient. And she's got, sorry, that part's the light, but she's got this little star in there that I think is really neat. You can see where the corners of the eyes are more almond shaped. They do kind of pinch in quite a bit. She's got that yellow cut crease going on. Her lips are, honestly, I mean, I kind of wish they were glossy. I might gloss them because they do look a bit dry, but they don't have the weird white lined, I guess, like, I don't really know what it's supposed to be. I guess it's supposed to be highlight, but the weird white lines on her lips, I really didn't like those on any of the Rainbow High dolls. Again, just so you can kind of see the colors better. Like, it's really, really beautiful. The metallic on the dresses is a brilliant touch. Like, honestly, the clothing looks really well made. I mean, her nails are painted really well. Like, I didn't even get to look and pick this doll. This was one handed to me specifically by the Target worker. Like, everything's really nice. From what I can tell, just from, like, the back of her head, and you always have to worry about dolls with ponytails, but just kind of feeling in here, it feels very thick. Like, I don't think I have to worry about them being thinly rooted at all. It just feels very, very thick. So give me a second and I will pull up Holly. All right, so again, really vibrant, beautiful hair blend. Her hair also felt very, very thick. And you can see that there's a purple to ice blue gradient in her eye, again with that little twinkling star. A light, reasonable amount of glitter as a highlighter. Her makeup does go from pink to blue. I guess it's supposed to be purple, but it's very pinkish. And then kind of purple into blue, into green, into yellow. And then again, like, her lips don't look as dry as her sister's. She actually looks like she's got a bit of gloss on. But I don't know if you guys can see it. There's like a tiny bit of a line in her lips where it looks like the top half is a little bit lighter. All right, so with her necklace, if you guys see these little strings, it was actually sewn into her top, I guess, to keep it from moving around, which I didn't notice on her sister. But yeah, like, they're sewn in. So if you were going to change their clothes, you're going to want to clip those off of the necklace. I haven't yet because I literally just noticed it. But again, you've got this amazing metallic green to blue to purple. Like, I like Rainbow High hands. I know some folks say they're kind of chunky, but I think they're really cute. Now, her thumbnail on mine is not that great painted. I think that it's going to be very hard to paint them, but it's not that big a deal. It's nothing I couldn't touch up myself, even though I know we shouldn't have to, but it happens that way sometimes. Now, I will say that they are a little floppier because of that, like, different knee joint. So the stand is really helpful, and if you look, like, it really, really fits against their waist, which is great for these girls because they do have, like, this opening right here. But I don't know how that would be on, like, a regular dress, if it'd be problematic. They do have kind of shiny faces. It's nothing terrible. I guess in the right light, they look kind of sweaty. Sorry, kind of move the light over here for you guys. But they do have a bit of highlighter on them. They are really, really cute. Okay guys, so hopefully you guys also thought they were cute and you enjoyed this video. I know, like, deboxing videos aren't really my thing, so it's probably not, like, the best ever, but hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the whole video, and hopefully you guys are able to find the twins. I know for all of our Canadian and European and other countries outside the US, all of our doll friends from those countries, it's really hard for you guys because, like, you have to wait so long to find these dolls. Weeks, months, like, I don't even, sometimes you never get them in your country. I don't know, that's really, really hard. So I just want to send out my condolences to those folks, because like I know that there are bigger and more important things in the world than getting dolls, but you know, for a lot of us like YouTubers and Instagrammers and influencers in general, it's such a big deal to be able to be like the first one who gets them, or in that first kind of batch, because if you don't make your videos and make your posts early, by the time you get to make them, everybody's already seen them and they're not interested in yours anymore. So when you're trying to keep stuff going as an influencer, we get kind of really excited about it. We get kind of braggy at times, I think, that we found dolls early, and we forget that there are people out there who love these dolls just as much as we do, that don't know when they're going to see them, or know that it's going to be a very long time, or that they might never get them. So I just want to give like thoughts and prayers. I don't know. I just wanted to take a moment to say that, you know, be kind when you see people being like, man, I don't know if I'll ever see it, or man, it's gonna be months until I see it. Like, yeah, for most of us in America, we're like, oh, well, so you have to wait a little bit. It's no big deal. But we forget that there are people out there waiting a lot longer than we are. Like, a lot longer, maybe forever longer. And they have to pay so much more. Like, it's not even just like a currency conversion issue. You know, they're paying like imports and duty taxes and all this other stuff that's added in on these dolls. So like a doll for us that's like 30, 40 bucks ends up being like $100 for them. And so with these girls being, you know, $49.99 US, plus tax, of course, because our taxes aren't already factored in like a lot of countries have. So, you know, you're looking at like 50 something dollars, like, you know, in the low 50s. But if it's that much for us, like I can't even imagine when other countries get it, how much it's going to cost them. And like I said, it's not just a currency conversion issue. It's that they're paying like 2 and 3 times what we pay. So, you know, just be kind when you see people kind of like, oh, well, Americans get them so cheap, or Americans always get them first and it feels really unfair. Because it does, I mean, it probably would suck. Like if you think about it, like I've always thought about how nice it would be to move to like Europe or somewhere, or Canada, but then I think of like the fact that I probably couldn't get dolls anymore, or at the very least not as easily as I get them here, and it would make me really, really sad. So real quick, because I almost forgot, let's see, this is the first one I have on the shelf, is my purple dyed cheerleader Skylar. But just so you can kind of see, the eye shape difference is there. The new girls have a much smaller eye. It's actually more aesthetically pleasing, really. But not only is it more kind of pinched in the corner, like, and uplifted like an almond shape, but it's just smaller in looking in general. Now, I don't know how that affects, because if you can see, like, you can see a lot less white in the new girl's eyes. I don't know how this is going to affect eye trading, or like eye swapping, or if you would even be able to. If it will be as easy to get them out, or if it's going to be much harder because you're working with... Their heads are actually softer to begin with, I've noticed. I think that they might be easier for rerouting because I can squish them already without heating them up. So that's a thing. But as far as whether or not their eyes are going to be the same shape, or if it's going to be as easy to get them in and out due to the fact that it is a much smaller opening, that I can't say, you guys. Like that, maybe if I get a second pair and I do a bit of dyeing, I'll be able to tell you more. But for now, that is a thing that you should take into consideration if you're planning on customizing them in the future, is that the eye swapping may be a lot harder. I can't even say for sure, because the opening is smaller. The lash line at the top might be the same size. Maybe it's just the bottom that's brought up a bit. I don't know. Point is, you guys, their eyes are definitely different. The eye hole is a different shape. The eyes may or may not be smaller. So we'll see. I do think that they, like I said, they'll be like a Maya. They'll be pretty easy to dye. Their hair feels very, very good quality. But for now, I'm going to wrap this up because I promised a friend that I would actually help their daughter dye her hair for her 15th birthday. We're going to go a very pretty blue shade. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I answered any questions you might have and showed anything that you might have been wondering about. If you like this video, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that stuff. I always forget that part. Like, I know some people say it in the beginning. Maybe I need to like write scripts. Anyway, I'll see you guys later in the week.